Good evening. I'm Poet Billups, Director of Environmental Services for Methodist Hospitals. On behalf of all of my hospital colleagues across all of our sites, divisions, and departments, welcome and thank you for being with us. Some of you may be familiar with Methodist Hospitals, but those who are not, here's a bit of what we are all about.
When we come together, anything's possible. At Methodist Hospitals, our accomplished doctors, nurses, and staff have come together to deliver compassionate, quality health care to all those in need, establishing a long-standing tradition of bringing advanced technologies and treatments to Northwest Indiana, bringing science together with heart to make Methodist Hospitals the place you can trust to care for those you love most. Methodist Hospitals, healthier together.
Beyond that short video, if we had the time, I would share stories that give a more vivid picture of what happens within the many walls of our hospital daily. To sum it up, my colleagues and I approach our work every day with integrity, compassion, accountability, respect, and excellence, or what we affectionately call I care. Of late, and especially this year, many have begun to call us heroes. But we have only done what had to be done. And we have been encouraged even during the most challenging moments by the support of our leadership. I would like to introduce one of those leaders who has cheered us on, Heather McCarthy, president of the Methodist Hospitals Foundation.
Thank you, Poet, for your opening message to our guests this evening. I join Poet in thanking everyone for taking the time to be with us. As he mentioned, I am Heather McCarthy, president of the Methodist Hospitals Charitable Foundation. While Poet was modest with his words, I have to say that many of us do consider the staff at Methodist as heroes for our patients and for members of the community. Tonight is all about we, as friends, businesses, and individuals, can support Methodist heroes as they strive to help even more patients. This has been an incredible year that has tested their resiliency and unwavering commitment. As you watch our event this evening, I hope you will think seriously about giving a gift. I will tell you how in a moment, but before I do, I have promised to let others who respect Methodist Hospitals and its staff as much as I do say just a few words. I will now step aside for a greeting from Robert Johnson, chairman of the Methodist Hospitals Board of Directors.
Thank you, Heather. I am happy to be here this evening to say a few words about a community resource that both you and I respect and support, and that's the Methodist Hospitals. As chairman of the Methodist Hospitals Board of Directors, I have an intimate view of what it takes, operationally, to provide the quality of patient care that Methodist delivers daily. And as a former board member of the Methodist Hospitals Foundation, now that's the charitable arm of the hospital, I've had the additional privilege of witnessing how the members of both boards, the hospital board and the foundation's board, share the same vision for the Methodist hospitals, and that's to serve the community now and into the distant future. That's why this evening is so important. Methodist hospitals must continue to fulfill its promise of being the best place for everyone to receive the health care that they need, regardless of personal circumstances, and in a safe environment. That would not be possible without our staff heroes. Our physicians have been working on the front lines of care during a year of incredible challenges. Staff teams, collectively and on all levels, have received anyone with open arms who walk through our doors needing medical attention 24 hours a day. The Methodist values of integrity, compassion, accountability, respect, and excellence, we call it I care, not only have defined how care is delivered, but serves as a guide for critical business decisions as we continue to face these uncertain times. These heroes, which we are so proud, shine while representing these core values, both day in and day out. To these heroes, on behalf of myself and the board of directors, we offer you sincere thanks and gratitude. We are proud to have the opportunity to serve along so many dedicated folks. With that said, we realize that Methodist does not exist in a vacuum. The hospital is intricately tied to the citizens it serves and the many sites where it cares for them. On behalf of everyone at Methodist Hospitals, from board members to the executive team, to our physicians and all the staff, I'd like to take a moment to thank the leaders of these communities whose support has helped Methodist thrive and execute our community-focused mission. I will let them share their words with you. Mayor Jerome Prince of Gary, Indiana, and Town Council President Rick Bella of Maryville, Indiana. Thank you.
As mayor of Gary, Indiana, and a native of this city, over the years, I've had the advantage of seeing one of our great institutions grow and adapt to the changing needs of our community. Methodist Hospital's legacy campus, Northlake, has been part of the Gary's fabric of life since the early 1900s. It was then that a nurse crossed the Indiana-Illinois border with a vision of establishing a hospital in the emergent steel city to accommodate growth being created by the mills. In those early years, that nurse pioneer took many steps to assure that the then Gary General Hospital would remain here to serve our city and our community for decades to come. And it has. Not only has Methodist Hospital served our community, it has served the healthcare field in general as a teaching facility for many nurses, medical residents, and allied health professionals. Today, Methodist Hospitals is more than a fixture in Gary, and even more than a hospital facility. It's a community anchor that has impacted generations of patients and their families and employed many of our city's citizens. Also, beyond direct health care, Methodist has served a foundation that has fueled the evolution of other organizations that have been a benefit to our community, such as the Gary Literacy Coalition. Methodist's team has focused on the needs of COVID-19 patients by creating specialized patient units and adapting practices to ensure everyone's safety. It has never forsaken the needs of those in our community that have other health conditions that need attention. The staff has also continued to serve everyone in need, pandemic or not. Methodist Hospital staff is working tirelessly while facing a reality that we all have come to accept. The pandemic will be with us for a while, and Methodists will need to continue delivering the same level of quality service for the safety and welfare of us all. Some call it community health. Others call it population health. I call it everyone's health, individually and collectively. This evening, I offer my appreciation for the staff heroes at Methodist Hospitals. Let's encourage them as they continue to do what they do best. Care for everyone with compassionate care and an unwavering devotion to our community. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Bella, Town Council President for the town of Maryville, Indiana's largest town. I am pleased to be with you to share my words of appreciation this evening. Maryville has a number of wonderful things going for it, and Methodist Hospitals, which opened its Southlake campus here in 1975, is certainly one of them. For the past 45 years, the hospital has been and continues to be a significant contributor to the quality of life that Maryville offers its citizens, as well as those who travel to our town from nearby communities. With an attractive campus located near our vibrant business and medical services corridor, Methodist remains the anchor and valued community partner in Maryville in a variety of ways. Last year alone, 130,000 patient visits took place within the walls of the buildings at the Southlake campus, from the emergency department to the inpatient floors, to the surgical and outpatient procedural areas, and much more, too numerous to mention in the short time I have with you this evening. And I must note that these services were provided by more than 1,000 staff associates whose excellence assured that safe, quality care was provided. Methodist Hospitals not only contributes to our community through the provision of service, the staff, on a daily basis, also contribute to our local economy. As Maryville's Town Council President, I must keep the safety and health of each and every one of our citizens in mind, as well as all of the elements in our community that contribute to their well-being. Clearly, quality health care is central to that charge, and it happens at Methodist Hospitals South Lake because of the staff, dedicated people who, during this year of unprecedented circumstances, went to heroic heights to assure that everyone received whatever care they needed, pandemic-related or not. They provide services not only that heal the body, but instill hope. The town of Maryville would like to salute the staff teams that we call the heroes of Methodist Hospitals. Thank you for all that you do each and every day.
Tonight's fundraising effort has been launched with a very generous leadership gift from our premier sponsor, Crothall Healthcare. Crothall Healthcare's dedication to improving the patient experience through the delivery of healthcare technology resonates with Methodist's mission of ensuring that everyone in need receives quality care. For more than a decade, Methodist Hospitals and Crothall Healthcare have been partners in achieving that goal. I am pleased to present this special message from Bob Kuta, CEO of Crothall Healthcare's parent company, Compass One Healthcare.
Good evening. I'm Bobby Kuta, Chief Executive Officer of Compass One Healthcare, the parent company for Crothall Healthcare. We are proud to join others this evening to support the work of the staff teams at Methodist Hospitals of Northwest Indiana for the many ways their service is benefiting patients and their families. For the past 13 years, Crothall Healthcare's associates have had the privilege and the honor of working side by side, day in and day out, with remarkable people at Methodist whose selfless commitment to service is evident in all that they do and say. Our partnership with Methodist Hospitals has been one that our company respects and embraces. Why? Because we share the common goal of creating healthier communities. As part of our mission, Crothall Healthcare exists to support those who save lives, all lives. This clearly aligns with Methodist Hospital's mission to save lives, all lives, by providing compassionate, quality health care to those in need regardless of background or personal circumstances. As an independent safety net hospital that bravely confronted the pandemic, Methodist Hospital staff heroes never abandoned their promise to continue serving the total health care needs of the citizens in its community. With 2 hospital campuses, immediate care centers, rehabilitation sites, emergency services, physicians' clinics, home health care services, and much, much more, Methodist provides millions of dollars in charity and uncompensated care annually. And I might add that the latter has grown in its importance during this year of seemingly insurmountable challenges. One cannot question that there are significant community health needs that remain to be addressed. However, with the support and encouragement of many, Methodist Hospitals is up for the challenge. On behalf of Crothall Healthcare and our 52,000 employees associated with Compass One Healthcare, I applaud everyone at Methodist Hospitals, regardless of their roles, for remaining focused during these times, sustaining the clarity of purpose, and never losing sight of how their teamwork and collective efforts impact the health and well-being of many, many lives. I want to close by echoing the words that I speak to our company's associates. In all that you do, be well, be kind, and do more. I trust with our company's continued support and that of many more people who care as deeply as we do about the work that takes place at Methodist, the hospital will be empowered to do more in creating healthier communities. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you're doing, and have a really special evening.
You too can join Crothall Healthcare, other sponsors, and individuals who have already given generously to our virtual fundraiser this evening. With a goal of $70,000, we are already halfway there. I am pleased to announce that joining Crothall Healthcare and supporting tonight's event are gold sponsors Vibra Hospital of Northwestern Indiana, McLennan and Bain Insurance, silver sponsor Matthew and Cynthia Doyle, bronze sponsors Matt and Jeannie Diltz of West Point Financial and Judy Lindsay, and all of you who have given to tonight's event. However you are prepared to give, whether you choose to bid on one of the auction items or make a direct donation, you could do so now by going to the website appearing on the screen.
Our teams are always encouraged when we learn of community support. So your generosity counts. But nothing replaces hearing from our colleagues directly. I have asked 2 of our nurses to speak to our collective camaraderie.
Good evening, everyone. I am Brittany DiCrescenzo, and I am a member of the nursing team that cares for patients on one of our COVID-19 units at the Southlake campus of Methodist Hospitals.
I'm Ivan Cook. I'm an emergency room nurse at the Northlake campus of Methodist Hospitals. My face is one of the first faces that you'll see when you come through the door in need of emergency care.
I'd like to thank all of our supporters and community partners whose engagement has kept us encouraged this year, a year that has been unique and incredibly different for us.
From the donations of PPE to the delivery of tasty meals to the financial gifts to our COVID response fund, every step of the way, even during the most challenging moments, you kept us inspired.
The reality that we face, however, is that the pandemic is here and will be for a while. My nurse colleagues throughout our system and I have faced that fact while assuring that care is available for those with all health conditions.
A dual charge has been placed in our hands to continue care for COVID-19 patients while we serve everyone's needs, pandemic or not. Yes, some have called us heroes.
We don't think of ourselves as heroes.
Instead, we think of ourselves as following the careers that we have chosen with commitment and dedication.
It has been clarity of purpose, a single focus that has driven our collective efforts.
Whether we have been assigned to a COVID-19 unit or a COVID-19 testing site, emergency departments, labor delivery, oncology, neurology, cardiology, orthopedics,
or any of the many other service points where we touch the lives of the patients we serve. One Methodist has and remains our motto, whether at Northlake or Southlake, because together we create healthier communities.
We recognize that nursing often is in the spotlight when most people think about the work that we do. Visions of bedside care conjure up feelings of compassion. But all of our staff teams across all divisions, those seen and not seen, provide service with compassion.
When you think about Methodist hospitals, I ask that you reflect on the hundreds of patients we have helped and will help as we continue this journey.
While some call us heroes, what we really do is pave paths to healing.
This is our story and our commitment. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
However you are prepared to give, whether you choose to bid on one of the auction items or make a direct donation, I want to make sure that you are all set. Go to the link that is appearing on the screen. You can register to make a donation or bid on an auction item there. Please sign in with your email address. Or you can call 219-886-4468. And I want to thank all those who have given to tonight's event.
The relationship that our staff members have with Methodist physicians is one of mutual respect and teamwork. They are at the front lines of care, and together, our teamwork makes the dream work. Themselves, Dr. Fadi Al-Zidane, President of the Medical Staff, and Dr. Winifred O'Neill, President-elect of the Medical Staff.
Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Fadi Al-Zidane, President of the Methodist Hospital's Medical Staff.
I am Dr. Winifred O'Neill, President-elect of Methodist Hospital's Medical Staff.
With our busy schedules, we often don't have time to thank the many staff that support us in our work. So it is my privilege to salute Methodist staff heroes this evening for their dedicated services to our patients and the communities we serve.
As physicians, we rely on each and every Methodist employee to help ensure the very best care for our patients. It takes a team to do this. A team that includes nurses and nurse assistants, laboratory staff, pharmacy and imaging staff, environmental services, and plant operations staff, and those in the many other functions needed to make this hospital work.
Teamwork has never been more important than it is now. In the spring of this year, when we were all suddenly faced with pandemic, we had to quickly implement new approaches, new treatments, and new ways to care for both our COVID patients and those not affected by the pandemic.
As I walked the halls of our hospitals during this period, I was continually struck by the camaraderie, compassion, and care that Methodist teams continue to display, as well as their creativity and innovation in finding new ways to navigate this uncharted territory.
These qualities have served them well as they continue to care for our patients and for each other. Their commitment is apparent to me and my fellow physicians, as well as our patients and visitors.
As physicians, we know that we cannot succeed without the support of our Methodist heroes. They are the pillars that enable us to deliver the best of care. Although we may not come in contact with all of them when we visit our patients, it is truly important to us to know that they are skilled and dedicated individuals caring for them.
On behalf of our medical staff, I commend them for their loyalty and for all that they do every day to make Methodist hospitals the best place for our patients to receive care.
We hope that those of you who have joined us this evening will help them help even more patients with your generosity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Elzedin and Dr. O'Neill. The respect for our staff heroes that you conveyed in your message only inspires me to remind our guests who are watching to consider, once again, making a donation. The website where you can make a donation or bid on an auction item will remain open over the weekend through 12 noon on Monday, November 16th, so there is time. Work this year has taken numerous resources, such as medical supplies, tests and pharmaceuticals, state-of-the-art technology, adequate PPE, and I might also add charitable care for some of our patients. So again, I invite you to visit our giving pages at the website on the screen. Before the evening ends and we hear a few final words from Matt Doyle, President and Chief Executive Officer for Methodist Hospitals, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our community partners who have supported Methodist staff heroes this year and everyone who has made this evening possible. And now, here is Matt Doyle.
Thank you, Heather. I am Matt Doyle, and I have the privilege of serving Methodist Hospitals as its President and Chief Executive Officer. There's something very special that happens when I walk through the doors of any of our sites where we provide care. Our hospitals in Gary and Maryville, our Mid-Lake Rehabilitation Facility, our immediate care clinics, our imaging center, and more. I have a chance to see service in action, all to benefit the community. That is why Maya Angelou's quote that just appeared on the screen resonates with me. I think a hero is any person really intent on making this a better place for all people. In my mind, all people are members of the communities that we are proud to serve and to whom we promise to help become healthier together. As I look back on this year and I look forward into unpredictable future, I am compelled to reflect in awe on the resiliency of our staff. They are the heroes at Methodist. We have all learned that teamwork will help us handle whatever lies ahead. I look to our hospital heroes and their actions, professionalism, knowledge, creativity, and courage as critical decisions have to be made to assure that they have all they need to continue providing the best care to our patients. Our mission as one Methodist is duty, responsibility, especially respect for the people that we serve. For that reason, we remain grateful for the more than 100 community partners that earlier this year, without us asking, anticipated our needs and delivered donations of masks, hand sanitizers, supplemental PPE, in addition to food for our staff at all hours, day and night. I want to thank everyone for their generosity. It helped our staff, the heroes, move forward. I wish that you could have met every one of Methodist heroes this evening. I wish to speak on their behalf, to thank you for being with us tonight, listening to our messages, and if you've decided, giving a donation to support them in doing what they do best, care for our community. It's because of them that everyone is becoming healthier together.